Hey guys, so in this video, I'm going to be talking about how you can generate thousands of dollars per month in sales just from blog content. Now, contrary to popular belief, your blog content can actually be responsible for driving a ton of sales for your brand, despite it being informational in nature. Now, it's worth mentioning that when you look at an e-commerce SEO campaign, your product and your product category pages are naturally going to be the largest drivers of revenue. So you should definitely still emphasize ranking those pages first. However, your blog content can drive a lot of revenue as well, as long as you're targeting the right keywords. So before we go any further, let me show you a brand that we've successfully been able to drive revenue from blog content. So we started working with the brand Carnivore Snacks in October of 2022. And when we started with them, they didn't get a ton of organic traffic. Most of their organic traffic just came from branded terms like carnivore snacks. So when we started with them, we knew that we wanted to rank them for transactional keywords like meat chips, but we also wanted to develop a robust blog strategy that drove a lot of relevant traffic to their site. And what you'll see here is that as soon as we started publishing a lot of that relevant blog content, their traffic really started increasing. And at this point, they're seeing over 25,000 clicks a month going directly to their site. And when you take a look at the keywords that they rank for, a lot of that traffic is going directly to these relevant blog articles that we created for them. And a lot of these blog articles really convert for them. Carnivore Snacks sees thousands and thousands of dollars a month in revenue just from their blog content. So how do we do that? When it comes to driving revenue through your blog, it really comes down to targeting the right keywords. There are a lot of informational keywords that you can go after, but the types of keywords you really have to hone in on if you want to start seeing some serious revenue from your blog are keywords with best in them and keywords and verses in them. Those two types of keywords can be responsible for driving a ton of revenue. So to give you an example for Carnivore Snacks, in terms of those best keywords, one of them that we ranked them for was best carnivore diet snacks. So if you Google that keyword, you'll notice that they're right at the top over here. We created an article about the best carnivore diet snack, and we actually included carnivore snacks right at the top. So when readers see this list and they see that Carnivore Snacks meat chips are listed number one for the best carnivore diet snack, obviously they're going to make a purchase. So this one blog post is responsible for driving a ton of sales every single month. And you'll be able to say the same for any type of keyword with best in it. If you create a listicle article targeting a best keyword and you include your product as number one, it's going to drive a ton of sales for your brand. Now moving on to the versus keyword. The versus keyword that we targeted for Carnivore Snacks was carnivore diet versus keto. So if you Google that keyword, again, you're going to see Carnivore Snacks right at the top. Now the beauty behind these versus keywords is that they bring users into your funnel who are trying to make a purchasing decision. And ultimately when they read through this article, if they decide that the carnivore diet is best for them, they're going to be more inclined to actually purchase snacks that will help them supplement the carnivore diet. There are a lot of different ways to take advantage of these versus keywords. You could do keywords that compare your product to a competitor's product. You could target keywords that compare your brand to a competitor's brand. But all in all, this type of keyword converts. So if you want to start driving more revenue from your blog, you really need to start focusing on targeting keywords with best in them and keywords and verses in them. If you can do that, you're going to turn your blog into a serious driver of revenue. Now, it's worth mentioning that while the best and versus keywords are the best for driving revenue, that doesn't mean that they're the only blog keywords that will drive revenue. We have a ton of blog content on Carnivore Snacks that drives revenue that's not a best or versus keyword. We have keywords like side effects of carnivore diet, carnivore diet results, and what is allowed on the carnivore diet. All three of those keywords are keywords that don't include best and verses in them, and they still drive revenue. They don't drive nearly as much revenue as the best keywords and the versus keywords. However, since those three particular blog posts get so much search volume, they still generate some conversions. So the point is, you shouldn't just target keywords with best and verses in them. You should try to build out the entire funnel and drive as much relevant traffic to your brand as possible. So now let's talk about a few strategies that you can use to optimize your blog content for conversions. So the first thing you need to do on all of your blog posts, you need to make sure that you have a very clear CTA for your products. A really good way to do this is to just have some sort of image in your product and a buy button below that. If you have a CTA like that, you're going to see conversions for your blog content increase pretty dramatically. Another way that you can optimize your blog content for conversions is to have some kind of pop-up or maybe an email opt-in within the blog content that offers people a 10% off coupon for your products if they enter in their email address. Now, the beauty here is that if they enter in their email address and they don't immediately buy, you can always convert them over time with email marketing. And the third strategy you can use is just simply retargeting a lot of your blog content with paid advertising. Retargeting with paid advertising is notoriously a lot cheaper. So when users come to your blog, again, you can retarget them with the paid advertising, send them to your product page, and generate sales for pretty cheap. So all in all here, if you can create a robust blog strategy that drives a lot of relevant users to your brand, focuses on targeting keywords with best and verses in them, and then optimizes all that blog content for conversions, you're going to turn your blog content into a revenue generating machine. That's all for this video. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.